Welcome to Comics League. I'm Jared, and I wanted to give you guys an extra video because this idea came to me for this video, and I didn't want to risk forgetting it for next time. So I want to talk about John Kent's Superman, or Superboy as I call him. I refuse to admit he's Superman. Thing I wanted to talk about is he's not Superman. And Tom Taylor has a very flawed understanding of Superman. Now, I want to be very clear. It has nothing to do with John Kent's relationships or anything like that. It just has to do with his actions as Superman. Now, I also want to be very clear. I like Tom Taylor's writing in Elseworlds books. Dark Knight Steel. Let's see, Injustice. Let's see, what's the other one? Deceased. All fantastic. It's just when he writes in continuity stuff, that's where he falls short. Now, let's address why I think he has a fundamentally flawed understanding of Superman. And this gets into the interview that recently went out about his Superman. And he basically indicated that he wrote John Kent's Superboy as kind of a pacifist. Now, that right there, that's what I want to talk about right now. Now, okay, here's how I want to address this. I understand. Okay, so I understand you want to make John Kent different from Clark. I get that, but ultimately you should not call him Superman, give him a different name. I get it's because they want the headlines, but you have a fundamentally flawed version of Clark, because here's the thing. Here's the thing about Superman that he doesn't understand. Superman is not a pacifist. Yes, he will take steps to avoid conflict, but he will actually engage in combat. He's not a pacifist. Well, first off, the whole idea of a pacifist in a superhero comic is a bad idea, because when people read superhero comics, they come there for the action. That's why people go to superhero comic books, action and people fighting supervillains. That's it. That's where his flawed understanding comes in. Now, to label because he implies that because through his writing, he implies that John Kent is a better Superman than Clark will ever be, because Clark tells him as such in the Son of Kal-El book before he leaves. I think it's before he leaves, or like, the point is, Superman tells him that. That's the fundamental flaw, because here's the thing. Besides the really stupid covers that were done for this book series, like the one where he's protesting climate change, fine if you want to do that, while there's a monster attacking people. And that thing is another issue with the book, because, okay, so you want to have Superman protesting climate change when half of the Justice League could repair climate change, and like that. Like, I'm trying to snap, but you get the idea. So that's the first part. Second part is that, once again, Clark will try and avoid combat. Absolutely. But he's not a pacifist, because when it comes down to it, he will 100% go, okay, nah, I got to fight this guy. Like, let me put it this way. Doomsday shows up. Granted, Superman died, but he still engaged him in combat immediately and recognized that this guy's a threat. Can't reason with him. It's not going to work out. I have to actually fight this guy. And he ended up giving his life. Fighting Darkseid. That's what makes him a better Superman than the pacifist son. Because first off, you shouldn't be a superhero if you're a pacifist. Because eventually, as a superhero, you're going to be placed in a situation where you're going to have to fight. And then another occasion, people could die because you've taken the pacifist route, because you won't save anyone. He may think he's saving people in the long run, but he's really not. Ultimately, it accumulates. And just to be clear, I would say the same thing if the position were reversed. That's why I think Clark Kent is a much better Superman than John Kent, because he understands that conflict is necessary. He won't seek it. Once again, because I know people are going to be put in the comments. He will not just haphazardly go and fight people. He's not Guy Gardner. But when push comes to shove, you can count on Clark to be right there next to you. You can't count on John Kent. And ultimately, also, he's not behaving like a superhero. From what I hear, he's intimidating people. Again, protesting. Which I get it, but you're protesting a cause that the Justice League could literally fix. Literally, a lot of these people have. That's the problem when you're trying to address social issues in comic books. You could do it in such a poor way, and this is why. That's the one issue you can't really like show like superheroes protesting, because guess what? They could literally, in the time it takes them to make a sign, fix the climate. Any one of there are like half the members of the Justice League could use their powers to fix the environment. That's that. Now, in conclusion, let me be clear. I love Tom Taylor's Elseworlds because, ironically, this is the very ironic part. He showed a very good understanding of Superman in Injustice. Let me be clear on this. The reason why I say Injustice showed his understanding of Superman, because Injustice was showing what if Superman didn't hold back. In other words, what if Superman was this hostile, pugnacious force, where the good Superman, the Superman from our world, actually tries to reason with evil Clark first. And the movie did this too. So he tried to reason with evil Clark first. Then when he saw that it wasn't going to work out, guess what? Here you go. And ultimately, that's where he demonstrated a good understanding of Superman. I'm just sad he couldn't apply that to John Kent. And I wish, honestly, the plot that was implied that they were going to make John Kent a bad guy, that actually would be really cool and have good conflict. But they didn't go away from that because headlines. But still. Now, do I think there's no potential for John Kent? I do not think that. There's always potential. What I think they should do is use Dark Crisis, reboot the universe, but make him young again. That way you can build him up. He has these experiences, and then when he's the appropriate age, you start going into that. But first off, the most popular version of John Kent was the Super Sons age John Kent. Why do you think they keep reprinting the omnibus? And there's rumors that they're going to do an animated series for the Super Sons. And they even showed up in Young Justice Phantom. So that's my point here, is that just put him as the most popular version of the character. You could easily do that. Some weird multiversal BS. And then build him up and then get to that point if that's the position you want to go in. That's my 2 cents on that. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Drop in the comments if you think I'm wrong, or your thoughts on John Kent as Superman. If you think that Clark is the better Superman, and why, and just comment. I love reading comments. It's one of the few joys I have in life. So that's the end of this. I hope you guys enjoyed this bonus video. I may do more of these occasionally when I have this pop-up idea for a video topic. And I don't know, we'll see how this goes. All right, stay heroic, everyone. Bye-bye.